What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. When you talk about YouTube, and I understand that I'm in what is called the Black YouTube community. But when we talk about YouTube, guys, you cannot really talk about it without talking about people like Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, all right? And then obviously people like Jake Paul. They're, people bigger than them, but I'm going to use those people. These are guys who have shown how to enter the mainstream. And I know that our brother Kevin Samuels is just now doing it, but to be real, Kevin Samuels, while he is get more mainstream, he's not, let's say, because he still kind of has that, he's still in Black YouTube to a certain degree. Jake Paul has like 20 million or more subscribers, right? And what Jake Paul has shown on this platform is that I can get outside of here and I can go sell pay-per-views on HBO. The guy's making like $25-30 million a year. That's a lot of money. I mean, he's making more money than boxers are making. So he's shown how monetization outside of the platform can be. He's one of the first people that can show that, right? Now, I also want to talk about, his newfound wealth. He's been rich for a long time. But I think a lot of times what guys think is when you have a lot of money and you're a young guy like Jake Paul, you have so many opportunities, you don't really care about chicks anymore. And the reality is that's not the case. Allegedly, Jake Paul has been dumped by an Instagram girlfriend. She's an Instagram model. Her name is Julia Rose. Now, I don't know how true this may be, but I do know that he's been seen with another girl as recently as last week. And that could be because he's mourning over this chick. They may get back together. But anyways, he really, really loved this girl. All right. And after his last, I believe he was married for some time or had another relationship, this one has gone astray. And I kind of want to talk to guys because there's this whole idea that, once you start making a whole lot of money, you're kind of like, well, all right, well, it didn't work out with this chick. Let me go to the next chick. And guys, it's not like that. And I don't have as much money as Jake Paul does. Jake Paul has money in endorsements and cryptocurrencies, things like that, for sure. I mean, my brother, it says he remembers Jake Paul coming into his dealership one time, and at the time he was making $50K a month. That was like 7 years ago. The guy's been rich for a long time, doing very, very well. All right. But what I want to talk about right now is that no matter how much money that you make, you're always susceptible to being hurt by a woman. The only difference is now these women are more beautiful than when they were when you were broke. When you were broke and you didn't have shit, yeah, okay. Well, you're right. Those girls didn't amount to very much. Maybe. Maybe it was the girl in the hood. Maybe it's LaQuisha, in which I did date a girl that was named. Her name was Keisha something, but I won't tell her her phone name. But I thought my life was over when I caught her cheating on me with Keith. She had some super ridiculous big size tatas, and she was light skinned. Hey, my life was over. But when you get more money, the only difference is the girls are more, more versatile. They may come from Harvard. They may live in France. They may have been to Dubai. Their father may be big time oil man. Like when I went to medical school, I met people of different lifestyles I would have never met before. One girl, her dad was like a really big CEO in the Qatari oil field, something like that. I would have never met nobody like that at my university before Sacramento. Never. But you would meet people like this and then you could possibly date them. But it doesn't mean that you're not susceptible to your emotions, because money doesn't change how you deal with women. Money just changes your spending power. Money just changes what you can acquire. But your personal value might not be attached to a dollar sign, because you might have a lot of guys who have a lot of money and they just lead with their wallets. It happens a lot, man. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and there was a chick that was telling me that here in Uganda, there's a very particular famous guy who every time he wants to deal with a chick, if he really likes her, he'll buy them land. Like, oh yeah, if you're sleeping with me, I'll give you like 4 acres. I'll buy you a car. But obviously the guy doesn't need to do that, because the other guy that she's gonna be messing with ain't gotta buy her a car. All right. But your self-esteem with women is so low that you feel that way. So being dumped by an IG model on the outside looking in, for us, we're like, well, wait a minute, he's Jake Paul. You're just an IG model. Like, you're nobody special. But if he loves her, that's all that matters. And he's hurt because his feelings are invested. That's all that matters. And I don't care who you are. You can be a red pill guy. You know how many manosphere guys are in like real relationships with chicks? Red pill talking points talking about Simpson. These guys are sitting somewhere married. Well, there's one guy in particular. That's that rumor. Married, and the chick isn't even that cute. Or she could be cute. I don't know. And they're come on YouTube and fire it up and tell you that the simp, and you will find Instagram boohoo messages of them being simps, them being married, all kinds of stuff. Why? Because you're not susceptible to being hurt. These guys got money. They got toys. They got cars. They have jewelry. That don't mean that they can't be hurt. You can always be hurt. But the reality is this: how do you bounce back? That's the one thing that Jake Paul has in common with even guys like us. Even the pimping goes through this. It could be a chick that anybody can catch feelings for somebody. All right? Anybody. The question is how you deal with it. And when you get dumped, you can still be a guy. Look at Kanye West. Guy's worth billions of dollars. He's still stalking Kim Kardashian. You can still have that money and not believe in your fucking self. Still. You can still be a loser. Still. Do you not believe that? So Jake Paul is no different than the rest of us. Everybody is susceptible to being hurt. There is no super red pill that you can take and you know what? Oh yeah, the girls I deal with, I'm always in masculine frame. No. The reality is we're all still learning. We're all still evolving. And any of us can be hurt anytime. But the true testament of a man is how you get over it, how you respond from it. That's what separates the good from the great. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains all-time high. I'm out.